Hi, this is Mike Smith, and this is the Upper Lake High School Lady Cougar half-court trap. What is a trap? Well, a trap is a defensive extension of your base 1-3-1 zone, 2-3 defensive zone, whatever you choose to run in the half-court set. We traditionally run a 2-3 defensive set. The trap will extend that set into almost a three-quarter court pressure kind of a defensive set. But the trap action is where we want to force that ball into the corner between the sideline and the half-court line to force turnovers. You will use the half-court and sidelines as extra defenders in this trap, and we'll take a look at how we do that. Why do we trap? Well, traditionally you trap to apply more pressure to the ball. You could be in a situation where you've lost control of the game and the other team is forcing their will on you, and you want to change that momentum. Well, you can institute some type of full court press. We traditionally like to use the half-court trap. And ultimately, with this trap, you want to force turnovers. And when you force turnovers, you are getting some possibly layups or easy points that will change the momentum of the game. Positioning of the players. In this trap, we're going to extend our defense out about three-quarters court with our defensive point guard. Also, we have two wing defenders that are on the defensive side of the half-court line, and they will stay there until the trap is sprung. We also have a middle defender. We'll talk about each of their responsibilities in later cards. And finally, a rear safety defender who protects the basket. Now, each of these players in this half-court trap has specific responsibilities. Probably the most important is the defensive point guard. Their role is to guide the offensive point guard into one of the trapping corners. They are not responsible for applying too much pressure. If they try to apply too much pressure or try to make steals, they're really defeating the purpose of this trap. They're easy to get around, and the trap can be broken pretty quickly. So they have to be very vigilant in just guiding the ball to one of the trapped corners. Once that ball has been guided into a corner, that's when our defensive wing defenders really jump and attack the ball. And this is where we get that trap with the sideline and half-court line as extra defenders. They really have to delay their attack until that ball has crossed the half-court line. Once the offensive players cross the half-court line, they cannot go back over. And obviously they can't touch the sideline or it's out of bounds as well. So it's very important to delay that attack until they've crossed that line, and then they can jump on the ball and force pressure and a possible turnover. We also see that the weak side wing needs to drop in protection. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Our middle defender. This is probably the best athlete on the court, and they have a lot of freedom in this defensive set. They are really the one responsible for making the turnovers. They are a gambler. They can take chances, but because they're such a good athlete, they can usually recover. So they're going to float in the middle, and they're waiting for that trap to be set, and then the forced bad pass. That's the pass that we want to look for steals. Once they get the steal, then they're looking to attack the basket and hopefully get an easy layup, or possession of the ball is generally the most important. Get possession of the ball first. Touched on this a little bit earlier. Weak side defender, weak side wing defender is responsible for covering the backside of our trap. If a pass is made before the trap is properly sprung, we are vulnerable on the backside, on that weak side. So that weak side wing needs to drop and defend the backside of the basket. Finally, our rear safety defender. Now, if this trap is broken, our last line of defense is that rear safety defender. They have to protect the basket and wait until the rest of our team can get back into their defensive set. So protecting the basket is the most important element of this player's role. Now, a trap is not 100% effective. It will fail. It will be broken. You hope that you are forcing the turnovers more often than not, but when it does fail, you need to have your players quickly slide back into their half-court defensive set. Like we said before, our 2-3 zone is the set that we use. And we're going to quickly look at the trap being broken in this visual and watch our defensive players slide back into position. It's one of the reasons I like using the trap, that when it is broken, it's not necessarily an easy layup. We can quickly get back into position. Rather than having a full court press that if it's broken, normally it's going to be an easy layup. So I like applying this pressure and having the ability to force turnovers, but if it doesn't work, we are not going to feel the effects of getting scored on like a full court press could do. So that is our half-court trap that we use at Upper Lake High School. And I hope you appreciate this video. Thank you very much.